How's it going, my truant people? Dr. Slacking, the Slacking Doctor, back on Pokemon Showdown for the final week, whatever week it is, the final week of the PEBA, and this week we're going up against my man, EeveeMaster, former teammate of mine and Al, one of the Christmas kids, one of the best guys in this community, honestly, one of the younger guys in this community, but someone that I just have so much time and respect for. He is a very, very close rival of ours in our division this year. He has made playoffs, as have we, so this game is meaningless in terms of who makes playoffs. It's just a game for him and I to go head-to-head. Currently, I have a 100% record against EeveeMaster, and I really wanted to keep that intact going into this game. That being said, I'm in the middle of my deadlines, and I didn't have time to build for this game, so this wasn't meant in a disrespectful way in any way at all, but because this game was essentially meaningless, it was just a fun game, I brought the exact same team that I built for Young Bishop. So this team was built for a completely different team. For that reason, I'm going to go over what we have, just so you know what we have, rather than, and I'm not going to go over Eevee's draft just because I didn't build anything in a response to anything on his draft. I built it in response to Young Bishop's draft. So for that reason, you know, it's a little bit of a mess, but yeah, shout out to Eevee. Just one of the best guys around, one of the Val mods in the ABC, and just somebody that I have a lot of time for. So, the team is a Choice Scarf, Iron Fist, and Infernape with Close Combat, Flare Blitz, Thunder Punch, Utah with enough speed to be relatively fast, not speed creep or anything. Then we have an Earthquake, Thunder Wave, Heal Bell, Milk Drink, Lefties, Miltank, very physically defensive here, with a little bit of attack investment. Again, not to get any rolls or anything, just because it was good against Young Bishop's team. Then we have a modest Celebi with lefties as well. Energy Ball, Earth Power, Synthesis, Stealth Rock. Nice to have a little rocker here, with quite a lot of special attack investment, quite a lot of Spadef investment. I should point out, I didn't look at this team again before I did this battle. I just went into the battle, and then almost like when you're in Ranbats, I just hovered over each thing on my team to be like, what sets did I have on these? Okay, so Celebi is specially defensive. I didn't know in the game that it had special attack investment. I should have done, because I know it's a base 100 mon. I could easily have figured that out. I just didn't pay attention. Next up we have Dutchman, Colbur Berry, Scold, Shadow Ball, Will-O-Wisp, Recover with some very specific EVs that are going to be irrelevant. Big Steve, Weakness Policy, Metagross, Zen Headbutt, Brick Break, Ice Punch, Agility. Terrible matchup in this game, as you guys will see. This Metagross set was completely disastrous against Eevee. Great though it was against Young Bishop. And then we have Mega Altaria, Dragon Dance with Flamethrower, Earthquake, Return. Of course, that Pixelate ability boosting that return. Adamant with enough speed. Speed creep, absolutely nothing. So that's the team, guys. Let's jump into the battle. So here we are in the battle, guys, and you can probably tell because it's the wrong way around right now that I haven't even... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to switch sides. That I haven't even watched this replay back. Usually I watch each replay before we go over them together so that I know what the hell I'm talking about. But in this case, I haven't because I just thought it would be fun to react to it together. It wasn't a super serious game, and this is just a fun video. It's going to be relatively short, so I thought we could just respond to it together and see the plays that we make and just react and try and figure out what the hell I was thinking, what the hell he was thinking. We were chatting to each other before and throughout this game in the chat, so it was pretty casual. We had a pretty good time. So he leads with his Mega Medicham, and I lead with my Infernape. This is pretty scary. I don't want to get fake out chip from this Mega Medicham, so I'm going to go straight out into Dutchman. As he goes straight out into Chandelure, making me look like a boss. I did not mean it, of course. I'm just going to fire off a switch into Miltank. Don't know why I made that switch. I guess for the thick fat, I didn't want to take an energy ball either, most likely. And then, wow, that suddenly sped up despite me clicking nothing. But we just go out into the... Why didn't I stay in with Miltank? Oh, I don't know why I didn't stay in with Miltank. Well, we go out into Charlotte anyway, just to get our rocks up. I think that's why I went into this thing, because I wanted to get rocks up for free. And I thought Miltank, that was it. I thought Miltank would still be important for the Chandelure, because it has thick fat, and because it can Earthquake the Chandelure. I also thought it would be able to take a hit from the X-Drill, and I realised that Celebi wouldn't be able to take a hit from the X-Drill particularly well, because it was probably taking X-Scissor, because he actually built his team properly. So I looked at my draft and thought, wow, I lose to potential... Life Orb, Excadrill if it has like Dark Coverage plus Earthquake, X-Scissor and Stone Edge. So with that in mind, I need to preserve my Miltank because it's physically defensive and probably can take one hit. There we go. That's why. I knew there would be a reason. So we go into this thing, and I believe we just set rocks up on the Gigalith. Yeah, because we're pretty free to do that. He goes out into Chandelure. That's not a problem. I've got a dedicated switch in Miltank. So we just go out into the Miltank. Yep. And we can take a Shadow Ball or a Flamethrower. He does Flamethrower. It does 30%. That's still pretty big damage. I don't know if this thing was specs. I'm thinking it probably was from that. Although I'm not especially defensive, which sucks. I think this was the most... No, I already knew that I was especially defensive. I don't know. It just sucks that he gets that off. But we can spam Thunder Wave. I don't know what he's going to go into, but I'm fairly sure he's not going to go into the Excadrill, and then I can Milk Drink because I'll outspeed this thing after a Thunder Wave. It's only base 80 speed, so it's not a super fast mon. And he's just going to keep spamming Flamethrower. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the burn here. And I can just keep looking Milk Drink. And then I can go for an Earthquake, knowing that I'm not in range of Flamethrower, and knowing that I don't particularly want to get burnt before I can get any damage. He doesn't get the burn again. I do believe I had Heal Bell on this set, so I don't think it was a problem. You guys just saw it. I'm pretty sure I had Heal Bell, so I think that's why I wasn't concerned about the burn. And he fires off Flamethrower here. I think he actually... Does he burn me? Nope. Okay, apparently not. The Sand is now stalled out, which is better for me because it means I'm not taking as much damage each turn. And he gets the Para here, which is really nice. And I can fire off an EQ. So there we go. He didn't get the burn, but it took me a long time to get the Para. So I feel like we're kind of equal, but eventually I do get the Para. Now he goes into Gigalith, and I think I just go hard Celebi again because, no, I Thunder Wave it and I miss. I don't know why I did that. I guess I just felt ballsy. As you see, this Earthquake does nothing. So yeah, I guess I'm just feeling real brave here with how now. I'm not really sure of my thinking. I think I just want to... Okay, yeah, I do. I just want to get a Thunder Wave off. We missed double Thunder Wave. I think I wanted to try and be greedy and get a free switch into Celebi. It doesn't work out. And I also want to make sure that he doesn't get a free switch into anything else. But at this point, I predict him to go Excadrill because I'm like, he's definitely going to read the third Thunder Wave in a row. I'm going to EQ. Perfect as he goes into Drill. Thank you very much. I'll have that chip on Drill. So in a way, the double Para miss really played out in my favor because it allowed me to think, okay, I know he's going to try and make the prediction this turn into Excadrill is such a safe play when I'm spamming Thunder Wave like this. So weirdly, the hacks actually worked in my favor. And then I could just Thunder Wave this thing knowing he won't go back into Excadrill. And at this point, I am in a really good position. I have a Paralyzed Gigalith in front of me. Excadrill's taken huge damage. He doesn't really have a great switch into this thing. Maybe he could go Rabombi, but I've got Rocks up, and, you know, he probably doesn't want to do that. Maybe Rabombi would have been his best play, I don't know. So I'm just going to keep spamming Earthquake. He could maybe go into Salamence as well, to be fair. And that is exactly what he does. But I believe I click Milk Drink here, and then I'm not sure that I don't just Thunder Wave this Salamence, because this is a Z Salamence, and I do think that it's going to be a Dragon Dance set, because he can thinking I'm running Mono Earthquake, he can set up on me, and we finally land that Thunder Wave. So that's really, really important, just to slow this thing down and neuter the threat it's going to be. And I just sack Metagross here. As I said, Metagross is not good. If I can maybe get him paralyzed this turn, I can click Ice Punch and kill him, which would be amazing. But yeah, he doesn't get paralyzed and he just destroys me, which, yeah, is fair enough. Not actually Moxie Salamence, I think it was Intimidate, which was interesting. And I can Revenge Kill it now with Infernape, knowing that I outspeed. I just go for the U-turn, because U-turn does about 30% Salamence, and that puts it in range of... I don't know, actually, let me go back. I've completely forgot my own plays here. I do apologise. So, we go out into Infernape because I know that he is absolutely terrified that I'm carrying Stone Edge right now. And he's like, okay, if I get Stone Edge, I just die. Is he bluffing me? Isn't he bluffing me? Now, in my opinion, he could have just left this thing in. It's paralysed. By the time he switches it out and gets it back in, he's going to have to set it up again. It's going to take rocks damage again. It's going to be paralysed. It's not really a good position for him. I am bluffing, hoping that he goes out. But what I do know is that I can U-turn, get 30%, sack something else, maybe U-turn again and kill it, or U-turn again and then close combat it. I've just got to keep wearing it down and try and scare him out eventually, or just sack a couple of things. So it does actually work. We do manage to bluff him out. I think that was the wrong play on his part, but I completely understand why he made it. We can go out into Jellicent here. On this Medicham, we will Medicham pretty hard. Rabombi comes in, as I believe we go for the Shadow Ball. Not Will-O-Wisping, because he could go into Rabombi and it's going to be pretty useless. I just want to get damage off on this Rabombi and make sure that he can't start like Quiver Dancing on me. So we get double Shadow Ball off. Very, very nice. Dutchman has taken some damage, but we're in not a bad position. Now he goes out in the Excadrill, and there's no reason for me to make any predictions here and not just scold this Excadrill. If he kills me, that's fine. I can bring in Miltank, which is still really healthy. And we can see here that he's actually Life Orb as he goes for those Iron Head and then the Earthquake. the Ironhead flinch coming in clutch, and I revenge kill this thing because he's not Scarf. So I'm like, okay, I can just click close combat and something's dying. Double close combat kills the Salamence, so this is a really nice position. He could go into Medicham, but Medicham doesn't really want to take 2 close combats either. I wouldn't stay on it because of fake out after I drop my defense, but still. I can sack Celebi quite easily to the Mega Medicham if need be. Now he goes into this thing and he intimidates. It's fine, I can just go hard Celebi. I don't know why I didn't U-turn. I should have just U-turned to be fair. But I didn't U-turn, I went hard Celebi. And he gets the Stone Edge Land, crit, and then Sand Chip. Hacks! He hacks me out. This changes the game completely. No, I can go out into Altaria knowing that this thing can't Oko me. And knowing that it won't outspeed me because he's clearly not Scarf. So I'm just going to click return and destroy him. And now he can go out into the Excadrill. Oh, he goes out into Medicham. And I think I just click return again. I don't think I have anything to lose here. I believe I just spam return at this point. He goes for the high jump kick and misses. And misses. And we click return. The high jump kick, of course, never killed. We do resist that. So even though we're not a particularly bulky Altaria, we definitely could have taken that high jump kick. And then he goes out into the Excadrill. And he just clicks the Earthquake here. It does pick us off. It's fair enough. He could have gone Earthquake, could have gone Ironhead. But at this point, he's in 2 Life Orb range. So I know that this Excadrill can't win. That's why I just stayed on the Medicham. I didn't need to over-predict. We go out into How now. And we can live anyone hit from this thing. And I was going to Milk Drink up here for style points. But for some reason, I bottled it and went for the Earthquake. Just in case somehow, I don't know, he had like rest or something. I was just like, I do want to go for style, but I don't want to lose. So, I don't know. That was a good game. A GG, of course, to Eevee. I maintained my 100% record against EeveeMaster, which is very, very important. I have to... He likes to call me a snake a lot, so I have to kind of show my authority. I have to assert my authority over him by maintaining this 100% record. But no, seriously, it was a very good game. And we didn't have a lot to play for, so neither of us were going, like, try hard or anything. And it wasn't a, you know, a reflection of our comparative abilities, but we are both in playoffs, which is coming up very, very soon. So I hope you guys are hyped for playoffs. I'm hoping that, you know, we could rematch Eevee. That would be a really, really good game to actually go head to head and actually build properly for each other, because there would be all sorts of mind games after I brought this Miltank, which gave him so many problems that wasn't built for him at all. It would be a very, very fascinating game. So yeah, hopefully we can play him again in playoffs. But if not, there's some other great people in playoffs too who I'd love to play, who we've already played this season, like Strongfall, like Isaac. I'm trying to think who else made playoffs, like Ace, like the one guy. Todd made playoffs, I think, although he may not have done. But yeah, so we could have some potential rematches in playoffs and some potential new opponents as well, which would be awesome. So hope you guys are excited for that. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now and go. I hope you enjoyed this kind of silly game, but it was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for loafing around with me, and I'll catch you again next time.